What if your greatest idea came when your life was falling apart, and the odds were stacked against you? Imagine being broke, heartbroken, and a single parent, then creating a world so magical it would captivate millions. For J.K. Rowling, this wasn't imagination, it was her reality. The ordinary beginning of an extraordinary life. Joanne Rowling was born on July 31, 1965, in Yate, England. She grew up with a love for books, often scribbling fantasy stories and reading voraciously. Her childhood wasn't extraordinary, but her imagination certainly was. As she entered her 20s, life started throwing her curveballs. Joanne attended the University of Exeter, where she studied French and the classics, but her dream of becoming a writer never faded. After graduating, she worked in various jobs, from being a researcher to teaching English in Portugal. But life wasn't all fairy tales and happily ever afters. The hardships that nearly broke her. In her mid-20s, Rowling moved to Portugal, where she married and had her daughter Jessica. Unfortunately, the marriage ended in heartbreak. In 1993, Rowling returned to the UK as a single mother, carrying not only her infant daughter, but also the weight of an uncertain future. Financially, she hit rock bottom. Living on welfare in Edinburgh, Rowling described herself as poor as it's possible to be in modern Britain, without being homeless. Depression clouded her days, and she even considered giving up. But in those darkest moments, a spark of magic was born. The birth of Harry Potter. During a delayed train ride from Manchester to London, Rowling first envisioned the world of Harry Potter. A scrawny boy with round glasses and a lightning bolt scar appeared in her mind, along with the enchanted halls of Hogwarts, its moving staircases and its quirky characters. Without a pen in hand, she let the story simmer in her imagination. Little did she know this idea would transform her life and the lives of millions. Writing through the struggles. Back in Edinburgh, Rowling began writing her manuscript in cafes while her daughter napped beside her. With no money for a typewriter or computer, she wrote by hand on scraps of paper. Each word felt like a small victory. The story unfolded over time. Harry, the orphaned wizard destined to confront the Dark Lord Voldemort. Hermione, the book-smart hero with unmatched courage. And Ron, the loyal friend who proved that bravery comes in many forms. Rowling poured her heart into every character and every scene. It was more than a story. It was her lifeline, facing rejection and pushing forward. After years of writing, Rowling completed her first manuscript, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Excited yet nervous, she sent it to publishers. The responses were crushing.
Rejection after rejection, 12 publishers turned her down.
Some said the book was too long. Others thought children wouldn't care about wizards. For most, this would have been the end.
But Rowling wasn't most. Finally, Bloomsbury Publishing took a chance on her in 1997, with a modest advance of $1,500.
Even then, the publisher advised Rowling to get a day job because children's books didn't typically make much money. Little did they know what was coming. The magic takes off. When Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone hit shelves, it was like lightning in a bottle. Children devoured it, adults praised it, and critics couldn't stop raving. Rowling's world of witches, wizards, and magical beasts wasn't just a book. It was an invitation to a world readers longed to live in. The series became a runaway success. By the time the fourth book, The Goblet of Fire, was released, Rowling's midnight book launches drew crowds that rivaled major concerts. The series ultimately sold over 500 million copies, was translated into 80-plus languages, and became one of the best-selling book franchises in history. From writer to global icon. Rowling didn't just create books, she built an empire. The Harry Potter series expanded into blockbuster films, theme parks, and merchandise that earned billions. Rowling herself became one of the richest women in the world, yet her journey was always grounded in humility and gratitude.
Lessons from Rowling's journey. Rowling's life is more than a success story. It's a treasure trove of lessons for anyone chasing a dream.
Here's what her journey teaches us. 1. Great ideas can come from rock bottom. Rowling hit her lowest point, yet she still believed in her vision. Her story reminds us that adversity often births greatness. 2. Rejection is not the end. 12 publishers said no, but it only took one yes to change everything. Rowling's persistence proves that resilience is key to success. 3. Magic happens when you believe in yourself. Despite the doubters, Rowling trusted her story and her characters. Her faith in her work was the fuel for her success. 4. Creativity transcends circumstances. With no fancy tools or resources, Rowling built an entire universe with just her imagination and a pen. 5. Use success to give back. Rowling's philanthropy is as inspiring as her writing. From supporting single parents to donating millions to charities, she proves that true success is about uplifting others. The legacy of Harry Potter. More than 2 decades later, Rowling's story continues to inspire. From the first whispers of Hogwarts to the global phenomenon it became, her journey is proof that magic isn't just in wands or spells, it's in perseverance, creativity, and the human spirit. So the next time you face rejection or doubt, think of Rowling writing in that cafe. If she could create magic from her struggles, so can you. And who knows? Your idea might just change the world.